दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲನೆ
Hyderabad Express, University Station, Netaji Bhavan.
Today's Hyderabadi biryani was uncooked. It was like a bowl of white rice with just one piece of meat in Aniket Verma. Delhi will be licking their fingers because of the way they've bowled. They have gotten Hyderabad all out for 163 in 18.4 overs. The Aussie in the house is smiling because Starc has got a fifer. Aniket Verma with 74 of 41. Hello and welcome back to Voltas. Fresh Air Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live. What was that innings? We were talking about the explosion, the batting, the depth, and what we get is a fifer from Starc, some great bowling from Kuldeep. Lisa, are you a happy girl?
Well, I'm happy to see a mate of mine perform well, but I think I would have liked at least another 30 or 40 runs just to make it interesting from a game's point of view. I mean, let's wait and see, but for a long period of time, even though Hyderabad were losing wickets, they were still scoring at 10 runs plus and over. So it tells you that the pitch is good, just probably some shot selection and some run out at the start really did cost them. 4 wickets in the power play is never a good thing. And from there, they tried to fight back, but just wickets kept tumbling.
Michael, we see this innings progression. Like Lisa was saying, that run rate between the 7th to 10th over, 11.75. The run rate wasn't the problem, but then again, they lose those 3 wickets and 3 wickets again. So they just kept losing those wickets.
Yeah, and this summarises team. It's very clear they've got one way of playing, and that's all out. It's like playing poker, and they're just going all in every single hand. It becomes quite predictable. I
Like
think
the England team, maybe?
very similar to the Baz ballers, yeah. Very
the
similar.
sledging's going on. I can see the Aussie and English
but
sledging.
Look, if they get you, they get you. They hit you for 286. You know, England will smack you for 400 in a day, then declare and give you a chance to bat on a good pitch. That's what happened at Edgbaston. Anyway, let's not go back to that. But what you've got in terms of a mindset and an approach is, you know, the opposition now, it's 2 games on the trot. The last game they got 190 being ultra aggressive. Bit of bad fortune. Clarkson was run out of the non-strikers then. Today it was at times stupid. And I don't want to go for the stupid. I might get a TV advert if I do
you might.
But you look at Nitish Kumar Reddy. To play that shot, he's a good player, a solid player. To someone like Mitchell Starc, what does Mitchell Starc want? Wickets up front. He's already got a wicket, and then you gift him. You gift him one, and that gives him another over, and then he gets Travis Head. So then, you know, the 4 down in the power play. Then you've got Kuldeep Yadav to kind of deal with, and he comes on late. Brilliant captaincy. They just waited and waited and waited. All right, Kuldeep, you can bowl now. When you think that the 2 world-class bowlers, and they were brilliant in the last game, have got 8 for 57 in 7.4. 8 for 57. I mean, that's remarkable bowling, but I'll say I don't think there was one ball that I saw today that you thought, that's unplayable. Most of it was batter error and batter thought error.
Hyderabad really helped Delhi there, but my maths is a little weak, actually really weak, Lisa, but Aniket Verma was dropped at 1. If that catch was taken, well, you don't know what could have happened.
Well, we would have had we would be doing a big show, I think, in the middle. So, so maybe we're thankful for the drop, but just shows you that he made them pay. I mean, such clean striking. He just loves hitting sixes, and it just shows you that there is a certain formula that Hyderabad want to play. He slots in nicely to that kind of blueprint, and they were still putting some pressure on Delhi, but the fact that Kuldeep comes in, turned the ball nicely, and now because Hyderabad have used their impact player, they can't bring in Adam Zampa. So huge advantage to Delhi. Huge.
It couldn't have gone any better for Delhi.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at the fall of wickets because we chatted about how the wickets just kept falling one after the other today. Of course, those 4 wickets were taken in the power play. After that, the little partnership that was stitched between Clarkson and Aniket. But then again, they kept tumbling one after the other, Mike.
I just can't keep not looking at Nitish Kumar Reddy. The score was 25 when he was out after 2.3. So
and that shot.
They're out of the traps. They've got runs on the board, so there's no panic. If you're 2 for 10 in 2.4. You kind of go, okay, yeah, you've got to get on with it. But they've already got 25. You know what? Are they expecting 286 every game? That's what they look like they're playing for, that they feel that they need these massive, massive scores. And Pat said at the toss, you know, we want to try and bat teams out of the game. But it's not always possible. You sometimes have to just be able to go up and down in the gears slightly. I'm not saying you go right down into gears 1 and 2 in T20 cricket, absolutely not. But there are times for a few overs, and I thought that partnership in the middle there with Klassen and Aniket was really smart, you know, because they hit the right balls, but they were kind of rotating, they're hitting it into the gaps. Yeah, I think in terms of Delhi, if you'd have said to them before the game, and they dropped a couple of chances, it could have been a lot better. They can't believe their luck, and it's not luck; it's good bowling, good tactics, but they would have taken that all day long. And
the other thing as well, the first wicket of Abhishek in the run out, that just shows you there was so much hype about Starc versus Head, right? So Head gets a couple of boundaries away. Starc finally gets one nice and full. He jams it out. And Abhishek is nowhere because maybe he's got caught up in the whole rivalry between the two of them, and he's like, oh, he got that out. Oh, that's lucky because he normally gets bowled on those. Oh, we're running? Are we running? Oh, sorry. Whoopsie, I'm out.
Yeah, that's like, just unbelievable.
Brain fade.
Yeah, really lack of game awareness that, you know, I could tell every team in the world that when Travis Head comes into bat in the power play in the first 6, there's no one in a million years that the fielders are getting closer. Yes. If anything, you want him off strike. You know, so backward point's never going to be in tight. So as soon as it drops in, no wonder that Travis just kind of set off.
Yeah.
He's like, well, not going to be in sight. And the fact that he didn't go straight away and he delayed it just tells you that he wasn't quite switched on, which is kind of a summary of the whole of the innings. They weren't quite at the races today.
Well, Delhi did have that drop catch, but they were so good in the field because that Jake Fraser-McGurk catch at the boundary line, and then Axar Patel flying. It almost felt like he and Glenn Phillips have spent time together because of the way he was flying.
Yeah, firstly, Jake Fraser-McGurk, I've seen him do it plenty of times within the Big Bash for the Melbourne Renegades.
Got a T-shirt, hasn't he?
Yeah, he mans the boundary line and, you know, grew up in Victoria, so Australian football, would call that a wonderful mark on the boundary, takes it and kicks it straight between the poles and he gets his points. But then Axar just moved really well, anticipated it, perfect technique to be able to take that catch. So he made it look easy. But, you know, they'll be disappointed that they dropped that one, Abhishek Patel dropped that one. But apart from that, they were pretty switched on in the field. Even
Vipraj Nigam, because he got that direct hit to get Abhishek out, and then later that running catch was also to get Klassen out. So Vipraj has really turned it on the field.
Yeah, that was a great catch. I mean, the technical side of that one running away, that was, you know, his eyes never left the ball. You know, and he kind of just managed to grab it. But Axar's catch was tremendous. You know, the technique there to just kind of almost turn around and then dive in such a rhythmical motion. I can only imagine how I would have looked trying to dive for that. I'd have just been the old-fashioned left hand out, 4 runs. But the technical side of what they deliver, you know, and by the way, they practice so hard these days taking those kind of catches that, you know, your technique should be strong, but you made a very difficult catch look quite simple.
And also someone who has quietly gone about and done his things is Kuldeep, because, of course, Starc's got the fifer and he's gotten all the big wickets. But when we see what Kuldeep did, very economical, and he kind of was choking the batters, and every next over, we saw a wicket going.
Yeah, I mean, and he bowled at the perfect time when there was enough in the pitch as well. The ball was a little bit older, a little bit softer maybe. Got the ball just to grip a little bit more. And once the ball starts to either swing or turn, it's a handful for the batters, and we saw that.
Well, we spoke about the mouth-watering clash, and once again, Starc has gotten Head. But do you think he tried something else, or was he lucky this time around, or was it all planned that he was going to bowl a short one and get him?
Oh, I'm not too sure what the plan would have been. I mean, he had cover point behind square on the boundary, he had backward square on the boundary, so he's probably just trying to get into Travis's head. Is it going to be kind of outside off? Is it going to be into the hip? Is it going to be straight? So he's just covering a few bases. Then he just threw down it was a sharp ball. You know, it was onto him too quickly. It just gets the glove first. But, you know, he's got him 6 times now. I mean, you can't tell me that there's not a little bit of a psychological kind of bit of damage being done there. But Travis was looking dangerous. He's such a dangerous player. And you could see, I thought Delhi looked really confident. You know, you could see that an early wicket or two, they were, you know, strong in their body language. The captain looks in control, which is always the case when you're getting wickets and you can control your bowlers how you'd want. But yeah, I think that Starc-Travis Head combination, I mean, there's lots of box office kind of confrontations throughout the IPL, but I must admit I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the fact that Travis got him away a few times and then he got him. I thought, yeah, that's good cricket.
Well, Lisa, this is his first fifer in the IPL. Last time around, he started really slowly and he came to the party on the big occasion. But this time around, the first game, of course, wasn't great, but otherwise he started really well in the beginning of the tournament.
Yeah, there was a lot of discussion, wasn't there, last year? Paid such handsomely for his services and hadn't quite fired. And I put it down to the fact that he actually hasn't played a lot of T20 franchise cricket. He's only ever been with his mates playing for Australia or occasionally a Big Bash game. So it's a different beast, franchise cricket, to kind of get your bearings. But because of that experience last year, he's come straight into this setup. He's got a few mates, no doubt, within the side that love playing golf as well. So he's probably getting out and about and not feeling like he's stuck in the hotel. And he's had probably a good amount of rest, didn't play Champions Trophy. So he's fresh, firing and ready to go. And he's delivering straight away.
Well, the captain will have to put that thinking cap on now, Pat Cummins. 163. Is not the target that he wanted to bat the opposition out. That's clearly not happened. What is Captain Pat Cummins thinking?
Well, I think he's going to have to hope that Delhi just have a brain fade. I mean, it's a flat wicket.
Same as them.
Yeah, I mean, dangle the carrot. Might have to be quite clever in his field settings. He might have to bring a fielder up after the power play just to try and offer the big shots to try and get a wicket or two. But you have to say, without Zampa, it's going to be difficult. You know, it really is going to be tricky. But you just never know in T20 cricket. I mean, Delhi aren't going to think of anything but try and whack it. You know, that's the way that pretty much every team seems to be playing these days, which might bring an opportunity or two. But, the pitch is pure. You know, they should be able to chase this down relatively comfortably. But I guess Jake Fraser-McGurk is under a little bit of pressure. You know, he failed in the first game. But if he can strike in the first 6, this game could be pretty much done and dusted quite quickly.
Well, KL Rahul hasn't come out. It's going to be Faf and Jake Fraser-McGurk. I think I should retire from the...
come
You
on,
were close, lad. You were only 79 short.
Yeah.
That's not...
like
79 over. Not far off.
Okay,
Come on, do you want to go first?
No, I don't want to go first.
I'm going to go 67. I'm going big.
7 for my...
I'm going to go 58.
67, 58, I'll go 62.
I hope you get it. Have you had any help this time?
So therefore,
this is just you.
Kalol Sarkar put his hands up. He said no more help.
So he's retired.
This is
now.
just me.
Yeah.
So now let's see if I get lucky, because I haven't been lucky in the 5 days that I've come here. I haven't gotten off the mark, so I've lost all hope. But we'll wait and watch. I hope someone in the studio.
Bitter and
I like the way she
twisted,
thinks you were lucky yesterday.
Yeah.
No. Lisa knows. She's got it all on that iPad of hers.
There's a lot going on that iPad.
I'll get an iPad in tomorrow and maybe...
Your
I'll
writing's
change
really
my
small, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can't have a
No,
look.
my eyes, I
That's
can't.
why.
I need to get my gigs on to have a look at what you're writing.
Well, she's kept it all close to her heart. But they have to get 164 and they have to get 60 in the power play, and I'll be happy. We'll give you all the updates in the Cricbuzz com box. Thank you so much for watching. Voltas FreshAir Coolers presents Cricbuzz Live. See you all very soon.
दिल्ली में आपका